let's see. It's gonna take a second, I think. Probably has to do with buffer. Oh, there it goes. I believe. Yep, there it is. Okay, we're good.
Alright, we're streaming. Actually, let me turn down the volume a little bit more even. And I'll turn up the U volume a bit more to compensate. Alright.
You have to hear my sweet dulcet tones.
So we're back. We're back, both together on Monday nights. And
we last played this game, at least the original version of this game, April of 23. So it's been 18 months.
It's been a long wait. But it's been worth it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take your word for it. It's like we were telling people the other day, this game changes you. There's a before YIIK and an after YIIK.
And the divider between those things is profound.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this music and this opening, this menu animation?
I actually kind of think it slaps.
Yeah, it's actually kind of fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's really great, actually. So good. We're off to a good start. And I like the new logo.
Alex is suffering.
Yeah. Always good. I'm excited. I really am.
It's got that anime Occidental to it.
Oh yeah. It's definitely very. I don't know if it's Persona-esque, but this menu is very much like things I've seen in strange Japanese JRPGs, so, as opposed to non-Japanese JRPGs, I guess.
I guess we're starting.
You don't have any demo saves? Did you hit Y?
I think I just went start.
Okay. No problem. I don't remember a whole lot what happened anyway. That was 8 months ago or so.
Yeah.
I am awake, I am walking the scene. You say to me, I am only a machine. Blah 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 blah. I shook my head. You are the best friend that I ever had. I am asleep, I am dreaming the scene. I got a
Let's meet Alex.
Yeah.
If we
Alex
must.
Eggleston.
Murakami, and it's, yeah. And then he has cartridge but no console. I think we talked about that last time.
Why is
Huh.
why is the bus driver dressed like a British cop?
I was gonna say, he has a very distinct design.
Yeah.
All
That's
these
the real
lines. The real Michael, I see.
That's Alex's sister.
Alex's sister. Okay, that's right, who we didn't meet before.
Yeah, we didn't meet in the last version. She was mentioned a couple times, but not pictured.
Yeah. No one cares about Rory.
And then her Japanese friend, who was also mentioned,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but didn't show up.
All these like vertical and horizontal white lines showing up everywhere.
Yeah.
Just no. Laudio. Last seen 2016.
Yep.
So they changed the setting.
Well, no, that's just a hint to everything's time left, right?
Oh, okay.
Because the game came out originally in 2016.
Right.
And Alex is from 2016 originally. Spoilers, by the way. If you've never seen YIIK,
okay.
If you've never experienced YIIK, we're full spoilers. We know what's happening. Basically, we will speak freely about the plot.
I have experienced YIIK, and I forget where that comes from. That he's from. I mean, he's talking to us, the actual us. And that's the framing narrative, which I guess is therefore in 2016, because that's when the game came out? Okay.
Like, Alex is from at least a version of 2016 Earth. If not from our specific reality.
Wait. In the last game, he comes to see us through our TV, in our universe.
Yes.
And we are Alex.
We are a version of Alex, yes.
In 2016. But that Alex came from in the 90s, or was that all just a bunch of time bullshit?
That was a bunch of time bullshit. That Alex came from another 2016.
Okay, got it.
Okay. I know the plots could be confusing at times.
Yeah. I was here for it, and I don't really remember it.
So you have to have a steel trap mind like me.
Yeah. I don't, though. People are going to show up, and I'm like, who's that? And you're going to be like, oh, we spent like 16 hours with them. I'm like, I don't.
The blackened pond. Save.
It's been such a year, I don't remember if this is how the demo started.
It still takes slightly too long to save the
game. There's a sense in which I wish YIIK would never change.
You are banished, stripped of self, and remade in sorrow. Begone,
this I do
worthless
remember.
child.
I don't remember the baby with the scouter, but I do remember the dialogue. And I vaguely remember somebody walking around like this.
Which way?
Ooh. I don't know. That ramp on the right seems very inviting.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll have to schlep all over Kingdom Come, knowing this game. But yeah, you're right about the 3D environments. They're much, much better.
I'd also say the cinematics are generally better.
Yes.
Bathe the
Heal.
Okay.
Heal. Okay, so that
What does it say?
heal.
Heal.
Yeah.
So fire heals you. Okay. Establishing early on that things in this game don't make sense.
Yes.
Ooh, water.
A very sad fountain. It does not heal you.
Unlike the water fountains in the original game.
Yes. So I guess in this alt world, water and fire properties are inverted.
Interesting.
The Nameless cannot attend the party.
Yes, the party. Right.
Yeah, I remember there being something slightly weird we gotta do.
Yes. It's in there somewhere. I mean, you know how it is with YIIK, right? You know, there's a part of you that, in order to remain sane, needs to repress the experience you've had.
The experience.
The experience.
You need to talk to him twice.
Oh, yes. Okay. Rainbow Road. Who's that guy? every time you see, like, if you watch Blazing Saddles at the end, they come down the staircase and they're doing that big musical number.
I don't remember.
They're satirizing
Child?
some
What happened to your name?
filmmaker.
Did you lose it in the fall? Tragedy. I dub thee.
Carrie.
Oh, okay. I thought this was Allison.
I go to the party. Apparently she's Carrie now.
Yeah, nothing bad ever happens to a Carrie at a party.
Nope. Exploring these giants.
Okay.
I was playing Ocarina
yeah.
of Time earlier today, actually.
Oh,
For the
good
first,
choice.
For the first time, really.
You never played it before?
No, I played it very briefly as a child. It was like demoed at a used game shop or something for me.
Oh.
And for some reason, it was later. It was like in some midpoint of the game, and
Okay.
it was in front of the. I distinctly remember it. It was in the Temple of Time in the Hyrule town, castle town, in the future setting, right? Which means it was filled with re-deads. And those freaked me out as a kid, and I was like, nah, I can't.
Oh,
do
God.
this.
Me too. I hated redeads as a kid.
Yeah, so
They
that was
jump on you and the camera's all weird.
So
yeah.
that was my literal first impression of Legend of
Oh,
Zelda
yeah.
as a child. So I was like, yeah, no, I don't think this is for me. I did play
No,
Wind Waker a bit as a kid, though I never completed it.
Me either. You get to the part where you have to find the Triforce
Those
pieces.
who
and it's just
travel
boring.
behind the rock seek an unwise invitation.
Cool. I can't protect you beyond this realm. Okay, whatever.
I had Nintendo Power when I was a kid, and they sent me a VHS of here's all the upcoming N64 games, and it was like this was like the year or so where it was like Ocarina of Time and Banjo-Kazooie and like one or two other major titles I can't remember, and so I played those. I played it back in the day, but it's a good game. It's certainly a complete Zelda experience. Well, maybe Super Mario 64 was also one of those. Anyway, so you were playing it earlier today?
Yeah. I'm up to the Goron town.
It's pretty far.
About to get into the Dodongo caverns.
Oh, that's a good one.
Wait.
Cold.
Wait for me! Good brother!
Right, so that's a thing that I've been thinking about recently, actually. So in this version, like as we see here, Rory is referred to as good brother and Alex as bad brother by Allison/Carrie here. And
Yes.
Alright, so here's a bit of conjecture for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we know that Alex's father left his mother when he was a kid. Moreover, we don't know who Rory's father is.
Oh.
And we know Rory's mother is kind of a slut, let's be honest.
Oh yeah, with the leg.
Yeah.
The leg bit.
Yeah, the leg bit, which destroyed our perception of reality.
Yeah. That's right.
So, Rory... So, here's a bit of conjecture. What if Rory is Alex's half-brother? He's about the right age. They have similar interests in things, in computers and video games and such. And also there's a well-known phenomena of people who are related to each other but not raised together becoming very attracted to each other later in life.
Yeah, similar features, probably similar, interests, if that's a genetic thing. I don't know. But yeah, that has a number of implications. One, nobody cares about your dead sister becomes very interesting. Was that Rory?
Yeah, that's
I'm trying.
Rory's dead.
Yeah, that's Rory, and the brown-haired dude is his friend, who's from another dimension. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Michael.
So yeah, and Michael. Yeah, and it also makes. Wasn't there a scene where it's Alex and Rory in a diner?
Yeah.
And you can hit on Rory if you want to.
Yeah, but he rejects you ultimately.
You're right. Yeah.
Which means, is it? The possibilities intriguing.
Many hmms.
And I think that's more textually supported than a lot of the wild conjectures about about YIIK.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, we watched those videos, those reviews, and that is some wild ass pulling. But this, if you make that little change, actually...
For anyone in the future who doesn't know, there's a YouTuber named, I believe, YIIKed, who made a series of videos about YIIK, about how it's actually a great game and his personal interpretation of it, and it's just completely wild ass pulling, in our opinion.
It is hours and hours, I think, wasn't it? It was a long time. And I checked my playtime earlier today on when I was playing 30 hours exactly, pretty much to the minute. And as somebody who's put hours and hours of his life into this game, I think it's kind of ass pulling.
Yeah, it's a lot of ass pulling.
Oh, God.
But Rory is Alex's half-brother, is more textually supported than
What?
a lot of other
You're
shit.
not on the guest list. Shoo, get lost, nobody.
I miss the bird with the deep voice. I liked him.
Let's talk to him again.
What? You're not. Shoo.
Alright, let's get going. For now. Let's go the other direction.
The big finger pointing to where we have to go. Thanks, game.
Yeah, great level design.
Was it maybe you telling me if you have to put an arrow in your level, it's a poorly designed level? We talk about Halo.
Yeah. It's also a thing in a number of Doom 2 levels.
Yeah, that's right.
Why did you wake me? What do you want?
I was hoping you had an invitation for me. I'm trying to get to the party.
The party? Why the hell do you want to go there?
Because it's the place to be, baby.
How did you even get down here?
The usual way.
Fall from grace.
Yeah.
I hit my head earlier, so
Big symbolic plummet.
fuzzy.
So, you've got amnesia.
My divine light was
Wow,
severed.
that's a
Now I'm
pretty cool
merely an automaton
backstory.
of flesh and nerves.
Oh, no. Nothing like that.
I was forcibly removed from the pleroma and must now exist in this
Stop, huh?
material universe at the
Well,
behest of
You
the
know it's my
demiurge.
birthday party,
Oh, you watched
right?
that video too?
I did, yes. I want to watch more. It's really interesting.
Happy birthday!
Fucking Gnosticism
could I
is a
please
fucking
attend?
wild interpretation of the Bible.
Oh, it's so great. I love it.
I mean,
You see, I'm
at least
freeing
keep-
from my bad brother and my cold, fuzzy memories of him.
Well, I mean,
Cool. Yeah,
at
I
least,
can
like,
work with that.
It's
Well,
at least like ancient people's
I'll
picked
need
up
something in
the God of
exchange.
the Old Testament is kind of
Oh.
a huge asshole, actually.
Yeah.
Have much.
Right? I mean, as an explanation, it's as good as
I'm
God
only a
changed his
child,
mind
you
one
see.
day.
I'll need your name for the invitation. You can have it back once the party is over.
Yeah, they shit. We get it. I've been on Tumblr before.
I don't know how Fey bargains work. How
Oh,
this is a terrible deal.
You see, I only just got my name back.
Do you want to go to the party or not?
Oh, I definitely do.
This is awful unsealing
Fine.
toward of you right now.
You can have my name.
The voice actress for Carrie/Allison sounds familiar.
Probably some anime voice.
See you at the party.
Yeah. It's amazing how often, voice acting is
My,
actually quite a small industry.
Birthday
Oh, yeah.
party.
Especially
Like Tara Strong's in everything.
yeah, I mean, you don't need many voice actors to play very, very many roles.
No.
Wait.
Wait a second.
What, the-
Kill Troy.
The giant poster on the wall that's impossible to miss. Also, are those supposed to be suitcases? Because they look like violin cases.
I think they're violin cases from their whole mobster bit.
Oh, got it.
Also, as I said, it's definitely Eggleston.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 1,000,000% Eggleston. I don't know, I guess the whole, it's Eagleston, but you could interpret that to be like he's putting on airs, but he's just Alex Eggleston.
I must confess, I am destroyed you were invited to the party. You see, I am a traveling thespian.
Do you know where the term thespian comes from?
I do not.
It comes from it's the name of a specific guy called Thespis, who invented
Oh.
acting. And what I mean by this is, back in the Greek theater, right, they would say, like, the actors would get up on stage and they'd say, Zeus says this. And, Hera says whatever. And Thespis wouldn't say Zeus says this. He would just say what Zeus would say.
Right.
And that just blew everyone's fucking minds.
I guess it had to be invented one day.
Yeah. Like, you're just pretending to be the guy? Like, brains everywhere.
I don't know. I mean, you go back to, the history of, oral tradition, and I guess I don't know that much about it, but I guess it's pretty common to be and then Zeus came down from Mount Olympus, and he spake thusly, and you just do that. And that would obviously translate to the stage. But someone was like, what if I just pretended to be Zeus?
Yeah.
And everybody just understood who I was.
Yeah.
I was paid a handsome sum to reject you. Should we meet again in another dream? Please, pardon my greed.
What was the point of the invitation? She didn't have an invitation, she couldn't come anyway, but if you were paid to... maybe she was paid to reject people without invitations.
Alright, so which Iron Maiden do we choose?
You can't say that, you'll get sued. I don't know.
specifically mean the torture device, not the band.
Yes. Like anybody would ever make that. Anyway, I'm still salty that they changed Ion Maiden to Ion Fury. I don't think that's a good change.
Yeah,
But anyway.
I agree. Anyway, what color?
I like blue. It's a good place to start.
Alright. Green, which is the closest to blue. Find
Interesting.
Sun and the Holy Thief. And this one's gonna eat us. Of course, Iron Maidens are also anachronistic.
Right. Yeah, it was what some Victorian guy made it to as a sideshow or something.
Yeah. Anyway, here's that crow you're talking about, and the 90s.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the '90s background. It's very Saved by the Bell in here. With some Clarissa. It's actually really more Clarissa Explains It All, but
Nah, we're tough dudes. We can take whatever.
I'm getting some stuff right there. It goes.
This story is told intravenously. Ooh, good veins aren't required.
Stories told intravenously. Oh,
Just your name. What do you go by? Well,
Alright, I'm
it's
back.
me, so I'm at the helm, so it's Roy, which is my actual real life name.
I don't look like either of those things. For one thing, I have features.
Yeah.
Like eyes.
Yeah, stop making me question my gender. Well, they don't ask you the name of your friends and whatnot. Ooh, that's curious.
Who has friends? I like this fucking Seinfeld groove here.
And now we're
it's gone.
Farm.
Oh,
Frank.
you don't need. Oh,
What a town.
Frank Town. Legal and distinct, not actually snooping.
On April 4th, 1999, I arrived home from school. I had just graduated. It took a few semesters longer than I originally planned, but I was proud to be done. I had no idea what adult life held for me, but I was optimistic.
I don't know why you would be, but fine.
I mean, there's literally no reason to be optimistic at this point in time in history.
No.
It's basically all downhill from here, although you don't realize it.
Yeah, I think we talked about this the last time we played it, you know, on the cusp of at least one major economic recession, and there's 9/11. At this point, people were still worried about the Y2K bug.
That guy is missing. I'm curious.
Right. Got the magazine.
Yeah.
Don't you just have your last name printed up on the top of your house like that?
Yes.
He doesn't even have a number. Like Eggleston on whatever street in Frankton.
Alex, dear son of mine, please see if you can muster up the energy to walk into town and pick up some groceries. I've included a list below.
Not even home 5 minutes and she's already barking orders at me.
Well, that's inferring a lot about the tone of the message that you have no idea.
Yeah. Or, you know, the nature of his relationship with his mother.
Yeah.
I mean, comes back from college. Can't even be bothered to pick him up.
Pog.
There's a certain implication of tension there, is all I mean.
Yeah, Eggleston, you horn dog.
What, is your mother afraid that her 20-something-year-old son is going to look at titties?
I mean, possibly. People are weird.
Yeah, the internet in 1999.
But he won't.
No. That is unusual.
Also, they're oriented the wrong direction. I think.
You're right! How does that work mechanically?
Yeah. Yeah. Nice model. Honk honk.
Yeah.
Gotta get my NPC dialogue out.
Yeah, that's right. Please don't sue us, Sibby.
I mean, he doesn't have right to that clip either.
No. And I don't think he'd sue us anyway. Because he seems like a cool dude. Like, if we did something that infringed, he'd just be like, hey, don't do that. We'd be like, okay.
Better era, you're in the fucking 90s. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? This is like
Hey, are
the
you-
high time for rock and roll music. Like,
Yeah, this is like he's kind of at the tail end right here of the '90s swing revival. It doesn't get better than that. Like, all right, the best years of the Backstreet Boys are still ahead of them, but you know, you're kind of in the pristine moment of music.
You're in the 90s part of the 80s, 90s, and today. And the today just keeps stretching for more and more decades.
You know, I mean, that's true of radio stations, and it's just true of my perception of time.
Yeah, basically.
Like, everything up to the early 2000s was distinct, and everything since then has just been a blur.
The new of the record player has dropped. The sound that the world now hears will change the nature of all realities, both yours and mine.
Thanks, bro.
What?
The new of the record player has dropped. Can't you hear the music? It's everywhere.
This voice is almost certainly another version of Michael.
That phone call was surely one of the strangest I've ever received.
What?
And no, I couldn't hear the music.
Why all of a sudden is he, like, recording in a gas station bathroom?
I don't know.
Very echoey. Another version of Michael, okay. Hey, there's the
There
dude.
he is. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Get to your proposal. Yes, zines, they were a thing. They're kind of still technically a thing, but, you know, for weirdos.
They're all distributed online now.
Whatever, I'll give the money later.
He doesn't have $10 to donate to this dude, and yet he's expected to go buy groceries? I mean, it was the 90s, but groceries weren't that cheap.
Look at fates beckoning us.
Cross the street. Come on to the bottom side of the street so we don't... Just ignore the weird cat with the facial hair. Alex,
A
you
few hundred
bozo.
yards outside of town, I came to a junction. Mulling over the strangeness of being back home, I stopped to notice a forest I'd never explored. It was dark, but somehow attractive. I made a mental note to explore it later, and took a step towards town when I heard a meow near my feet.
I like how the
Picture what it
record
would be like
asset
to
is
be the
actually
owner when I
rotating.
imagined describing him to a friend.
Master of Ceremonies. Deviation perspective. And there's this little suitcase.
Oh yeah, that's right. Murakami and Final Fantasy VII and a NES game. I can't tell what it is. Earthworm Jim, maybe? Is that on the
Lonely?
NES?
Nah,
Or
No, that's
SNES?
Not get too lonely. Besides my mom,
That's
there's
what?
only a cat.
That's
An old
Earthbound.
cat. But a good friend to talk
Oh,
to.
Earthbound.
Which
Got
is
it.
Mother too.
Yeah.
My fictional friend would reply, "You talk things over, do you?" I'd nod. Uh-huh. Been together a long time, so we can read each other's moods. I understand what makes the cat tick. The cat knows what makes me tick. Of course, I didn't know this cat at all. We'd never met. He was a funny-looking cat, with a funny resting face and a Salvador Dali mustache. I couldn't imagine picking out this cat to bring home from a store. I leaned down to pet him, without entirely knowing if cats like to be pet at all.
How do you not know that? We went over this last time.
His coarse hair ran through my fingers as he purred. Clearly he liked me.
cute cat.
That was a good sign. Alex Eagleston, college graduate, friend of small
Eccleston.
animals.
Hey! Give them back to me!
Look at all these landmarks and just being reminded of all these Wonderful memories. But we clearly established in the immediately preceding cutscene that the cat had already been through here.
Now we're to this lady.
He or death.
Are those IP addresses or what?
They appear to be IPv6 addresses. I think.
You're doomed. May you never fathom who you are.
Showcasta,
dreamer.
I get
A sinner.
references.
A saint. No.
And I'm
None
Googling.
of those.
I did this last.
A gamer.
Oh, she said the G word.
Oh.
You like games, don't you,
Here's the
hon?
Thanks, Asscam.
Let me teach you one only the experienced gals know about.
So does this voice work on anybody? Because I find it unbelievably annoying.
It doesn't really do much for me.
I don't even know what it's supposed to be.
A sultry.
Just-
It's the dark game.
It's
The
sultry.
mother of your
It just sounds like
dreams,
condescension.
and the father of your failures.
I mean, is sultry just a version of condensation that men are okay with?
It's an interesting idea.
Only thing is... it's kinda dangerous to do it raw.
Yes. Nothing on top of
Yeah.
Intravenous style. Blood on blood.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't worry, I'll be gentle.
Are you a registered phlebotomist, ma'am?
Timeline tutorial. When the dark game begins, each actor will start in the wait zone of the timeline. When the actor reaches the middle zone, they must select a command. The actor will proceed to the actual zone. When the actor reaches the end zone, the selected action is performed, and they will return to the wait zone. Each action has a different wait and act speed. Action tutorial. See this heart? This is all that stands between you and your unprotected life. This heart is called a carta.
How can it just be called a heart?
Because it has to be called a carta. If the HP value on the carta drops to 0, you begin to bleed.
Shit, we're gonna throw down.
I'll explain life and bleeding in a moment.
Don't even test me.
For now, select attack to destroy your enemy.
Yup.
Now you're natural. The enemy life was protected by its carta, just like you. You can tell by the 3 stones blocking the enemy that they have 3 carta. You'll need to break all 3 to attack their life.
I don't like this music.
You like it?
I tend to like anything with a funky bass groove. Yeah, it's...
The life bar will drain when an actor is performing any action. When it hits 0, you will die. When all party members are dead, it's game over. Oh no, you didn't last very long, did you? Don't worry, that happens to a lot of first-timers. Let's try again, if you're up for it. Yes, we get it, game designers. Carta action tutorial. Select this card ability to use its special ability.
Yo, shout out to Frail Dog.
and make user immune to most piercing attacks, use damage, enemy agility.
You threatened them? Trying to step up? Trying to take my crown? Nah, I'm not about that. No
Field
way.
skills are in effect while the Carta lives. When you use the Carta, it breaks with the encounter. Broken Carta are no longer protected. Knowing when to use a Carta or make a keep it defending you will come from experience. Next I'll show you how to use skills. Skill tutorial. Skills require party points, or PP, to use. PP is shared by the entire party. You can build up PP.
It is the 90s.
By hitting an enemy's weakness or breaking their Carta.
Shit, we're gonna throw down? Nah, I'm gonna kick your shit in, boy. Don't even test me.
LP?
Yup.
Carta is low to enemy speeds. Should be able to overtake them now. Just remember,
You should be able to overtake them now.
What?
What?
You should be able to overtake them.
yeah, there we go.
Carta protects your life if you get hit with no Carta. We're such NPCs sometimes. If you get hit with no Carta, you will enter a bleed state. That lets the enemy win. You need to use items to keep your life up.
Every now and then I'll be watching the Game Grumps, and they'll pull out the compound to the fist quotes, and I'm like, these people would be my friends if I knew them. Because that's how I know people can be my friends, is they liked that movie. People who don't like that movie, they're not my friends anymore. I didn't try that way, it's just happened that way.
You can try to win this one, but most beginners can't, so don't feel bad if you don't. Just remember what I taught. Good luck.
Remember, kids, communication is key. Learn how to communicate with people and learn how you want to be communicated with. Everything else is just details.
Shout out to my dog. You frontin', bruh?
It is kind of a neat mechanic where you can either spend a card to use a special ability or use it to absorb damage. The kind of thing you might see in an actual, like, trading card game. In fact, I think it is in at least one trading card game.
So, what did you think? Was it everything you hoped it would be? Many people long to play the dark game and build it up in their minds. The fantasy they create usually eclipses what the game is.
My expectations
But, like all good games, it scales with time. The more you do it, the more partners you have, the more you get the nuance of combat. I'll leave you here to gain some experience. To chase the pussycat. Remember all that I taught you. Your future partners will be appreciative.
You could also learn to, get to learn one person's combat style really well and appreciate them for who they are.
Yeah, nobody digs the whole monogamy of violence anymore.
What was it? This was I want to say it was in, like, Dragon Ball Z Abridged or something, I want to go out and fight many people.
Oh yeah, that was Dragon Ball Z Bridge bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegeta was pissed off that Goku was fighting other people behind his back.
Yeah, that's right. Like, you don't have to do that. It's a meme. Play the field. You don't have to. You can just fight one person the rest of your life. It's okay. It's whatever's comfortable for you.
Oh hell yeah, it's the factory hotel. First thing I'm gonna do is save.
Yeah. So other than the news station in the sort of alternate ending from the original, are there any other places that, like, I guess the sewers, I don't know, my thinking is, like, a factory hotel is just ridiculous. Like, what the hell is it even? Everything else in the game pretty much is just, like, a weird version of a real thing.
Yeah.
It's the only time you see something like this, as far as I remember.
You're not supposed to be back here, you know. What?
Why did the game railroad me into it?
Oh. It's not your cat? Well, be careful around here. Make sure this cat is worth it.
Imagine that conversation with Alex talking. It's like, what are you, like, you're not supposed to be back here. And he's like, oh, I'm looking for a cat. And she's like, what? You're looking for your cat? And he's like, well, it's not my cat. Well, it's not your cat? Like, who talks like that? Legally distinct from Gengar. Maybe it's different because I'm watching it with stream lag and I'm not playing it, but watching this cinematic, these, you know, motion back and forth is making me dizzy.
I mean, I'm pretty resistant to motion sickness, so it's not too bad for me.
I used to be. Like back in the day, I'd play Mirror's Edge without a reticle, but I don't know, some reason, as I got older, I became more prone to it. Maybe I'm just sitting too close to my TV.
Yeah, maybe you're just old and broken and need to be retired.
Yeah. You ever notice, you know, how our society fetishizes youth? Like, not just in the obvious way, but like, you know, Forbes 30 under 30, and, you know, when you get old, like, every generation, everything is, what you think of the children, we're doing this for the children, and, like, I was a child once, and you did things for me that never happened, right? I want to do all the cool shit.
Okay.
It was just a way of never doing anything.
Can you give an example?
Well, like, I don't know. We're gonna work real hard to, you know, do a thing in the space program for the children, so the children can, you know, our children can go into space, whatever. I'm like, but 40 years ago, we were the children who were gonna be doing that, and they didn't do shit for us. And so, I don't know, they just never seem to do anything. It's always about the next generation. And, like, that's great. You should think of the next generation.
Well,
but I'm here now.
Well, I think they just don't have... I mean, I think they're just unserious about the next generation thing. Right?
Yeah.
As in reality, there's lots of stuff you could have done with the space program to build up space infrastructure and whatnot that people simply didn't do because, you know, fuck it.
Reasons. Yeah. I don't know, that kind of thing just annoys me. I don't remember why I started talking about that. I'm sure something happened.
After I told you, you need to
retire. Oh yeah, you told me I'm old. That's right, because I got dizzy. See, I'm forgetting everything.
See, proof.
That's always been true, though. I remember being in college and a friend of mine told me, was like, "Hey, remember that conversation we had?" I'm like, "No." And he was like, "Wait, you were like, you told me all these interesting things, and just list off this shit." I'm like, I don't know any of that stuff now. I don't know how I could have told you that back then.
I definitely remember our conversations.
Oh yeah, everybody does.
Find the cat. I scanned the dark floor and found nothing.
Light's coming.
I sighed as the elevator began to shake, vibrating with motion. The elevator came to a smooth but unexpected stop. I cringed with anxiety as the lights flickered. Please don't die. Please don't die. I pleaded with the mechanical gods to keep the power on. My prayers weren't answered. Damn it. The power's out. I need to find the stairs or a fuse box.
Found $5 in a trash can. Switch, but nothing happened.
Blood.
At least it's a lot faster than the fucking old system.
Oh yeah, that's true. The vampire thing is just weird.
Okay.
Heal up real quick. Look,
One
we're
of
not
those
getting
games.
fucking game over if we can avoid it. Because that means playing more YIIK.
Oh god.
Oh,
It's one thing to volunteer.
Why would I not use the dungeon key game? Why would I not use it? Fucking...
I don't. It's key snaps. It's one thing to voluntarily play more YIIK. It's another thing to involuntarily play more YIIK.
I'm armed.
Yes. It's his bedroom.
Relax and quiet down. It's me, Panda.
Your psychological construct built to
Panda?
torment you.
I think it's
I
specifically
came
his
here to
dorm
help
room.
you. I'm always there for you when you need me.
That's good to hear. What sort of help?
He's
did you
supposed to
have in
sound
mind?
like Michael, isn't he?
Yeah, he's played by the same voice actor, I believe. He's
Yeah.
I think he's pitched slightly.
My primary use is as a barrier. I can block oncoming enemy attacks and create barriers between you and many other obstacles.
Yeah, you were super broken in the last round.
My metal shield makes me very
Yeah.
heavy, so you can use me to hold down switches and to clear small gaps by stepping on my head.
It's the shield, not the fact that you're a fucking panda bear.
You can press to summon me. Remember to press again to call me back. Also remember
Okay.
that some weighted switches will have reverse effects if you take me off.
So, press the summon you and press it again to take you back? I think I get it.
I hope so, Alex. It's rather straightforward. However, since you were a liberal arts major, want me to explain this entire thing again?
Sick burn, bro.
I'm getting flashbacks to the fucking owl from Ocarina of Time.
Well, I mean, there you go. You get the little got a thing noise. Game should come with an anti-epileptic warning.
Oh, there was a content warning we skipped.
I guess that's true.
Wait for me.
Wait for me.
Okay.
Yep, schlep all the way back to the water fountain.
I gotta.
I mean, I can't blame you.
I wonder if items are still broken as shit.
There's a sense when they remade this game that they like we started off in like a different way, and this is all just more or less the same, so they kind of like oh, we got to keep this iconic bit, and I'm like, did you really?
You really have to.
Like, this isn't like they remade Final Fantasy VII or something. Like, yeah, there's some bits you just gotta keep, but
really a more thoroughgoing remake would have been.
yes. I mean, it's been 9 years almost since this game came out.
I mean, admittedly, the voice acting, redoing all the voice acting would be expensive and a pain in the ass, but you're going through all the trouble anyway.
I guess that's true. I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's like how they're making a live action How to Train Your Dragon, but like there's no reason to remake that movie, because that movie not only was excellent the first time, in a way that really can't be improved upon by live action, but like it's been not that long. Whereas this, it's like it's been not that long, and the first one wasn't very good, and like this, like if you were going to remake it to make it like such a different game that it was actually a good game, that would be just make a new game.
Yeah.
Like nothing about this remake makes any sense, is my point.
Which is part of why we're playing it.
Yeah, exactly. We gotta schlep through all the usual shit we've already done before we can get to anything interesting.
I'm gonna make a fucking video essay about this game. It's gonna be the most thorough goddamn video essay.
She narrows her eyes and looks at the young man standing there. He is so tall.
No, you're not supposed to read the stage direction.
Far overhead. Their eyes meet. The young man smiles. His smile is meant to show he
Alex
means no
Yickleston
harm.
smiling, all right.
Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we take in the scene from mid-air, from above.
Oh, this is
We
the
see
Murakami
that we are
bit, isn't it?
intertwining organisms.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we observe the pyramid of dimensional shift.
I don't understand. What's going on here?
Through the eyes of a high-flying dawn bird, we pretend to not see the eye of providence.
Nice split infinitive there.
You mean that thing?
I never catch split.
The eye of providence is a symbol showing an eye
I forget
often
where I
surrounded
got it. Maybe it was
by
Douglas
rays of
Adams,
light
but they're making
or
fun of Star Trek, to boldly go, like to split infinitives that no man has split before. And since I saw that, I'm like, what's a split infinitive? And now I see them all the time.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, like on the dollar. But what does that have to do with anything?
As good an explanation as any.
Yeah, right, no kidding. It's hard to play this again and not repeat everything we talked about a year and a half ago.
I poked the giant eye.
I suppose.
Well, to be like, it's being, being deep and, having something important to say and saying it in a complex way aren't, like, you read, I was reading the Tao Te Ching, and it's like, A, it's translated from Chinese from 3,000 years ago, but B, it's also trying to get at this concept that is just, by definition, you can't explain it directly. And of course it's filtered through the culture of the time and all that kind of stuff. But it produces, a really interesting, poetic quality, which may or may not have been intentional, who knows. But reproducing that in this game, to be like, we're going to be all weird and symbolic and by not saying anything, like, it just feels artificial. And I have that problem with a lot of literature, too. Like, it's okay to use metaphor, right? And you can use metaphor to get at, not only an interestingly structured sentence, but also, like, a complexity of nuance that you either can't or shouldn't just say out loud because it's prose. So that's one thing, but there's a certain level of, I've read too much Murakami and I don't know how to talk to people anymore.
For me. For me?
Okay.
I feel like this level is this part of the level is like the visual equivalent of what I just said. Because what's the point of the elevators clipping through the scene?
It's delicious. Blood, it's delicious.
Oh, I like that. His items are, he just turns and looks in his suitcase. Pork roll sandwiches.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Sergeant Salty EP. Shallow grave, you're too afraid to look beneath the surface. Which is what the sign says.
Man with green eyes.
Great, we got us just a plain old better weapon. Saving takes too long, saving takes too long.
So I was just reading the Wikipedia article on Jocasta. I mean, is the implication that that's Alex's mother? You'd think he'd recognize her, unless it's not her real.
I mean, we've seen his mother before, and she doesn't look like that. But maybe it's another version of her or something, because we got to get an Oedipal complex on top of Rory's incest subplot.
It's like a Robert Heinlein novel where every character is Alex, Eagleston, gender swapped or from another dimension or, time traveling. And, he is his own, husband, wife, and child.
Heinlein was a weird dude sometimes. Also, Go ahead.
Go ahead. He was a strange guy.
Also, this is 100% the symbol for space from Homestuck.
It is.
It is identical. And moreover, this lady looks like Jade.
Who's there?
Jade Harley.
She does.
Dolly, is that you?
How... is this a reference?
2016, it definitely came after Homestuck was, running.
Yeah, running and very popular.
Yeah.
Great,
Hey, I can leave if you like.
No, please stay. I've been pretty lonely here.
Jade Harley, also notable for being a very lonely character who interacts with an animal primarily.
Yeah. I don't know.
Alex has is a guy with glasses, and he's symbolically associated with a record.
Where is
here,
anyway?
There are layers. There are levels of coincidence which are just unsustainable.
And also, the two necessary players for a Homestuck Spurb game are the space and time players. How, like...
I leave that level of expertise to you.
Like, if it's a reference, why is it, like, why?
Like, there's this book series that I've read. It's not finished yet. The Lock Tomb series. So spoilers for that, if anybody is listening. Where, like, one of the characters...
Did you come through the elevator too?
Or at least a couple of them, routinely make, modern day Tumblr references. And it's set 10,000 years in the future. And it's like, what the hell? How did that happen? It's because some of the characters are 10,000 years old. And that's you don't know that right away. But, or that they're from our contemporary history.
Yeah,
but,
admittedly, if I were 10,000 years old, I'd still be referencing Kung Pao.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. I'd watch it all the time because it's great. And I still laugh at it because it's still funny. But the point is, it's used to kind of relate A, how old, and B, how out of touch some of these people are to the world around them. And I don't see that having the same kind of symbolic, metaphorical impact here. It's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Things you put in your work should have meaning.
Then, where did you come from? I asked, thinking it sounded nicer than, who the hell doesn't know what an elevator is?
I came from here. Is there anywhere else? Anyway, I've been looking for my cat, Dolly. Have you seen her?
So the stupid thing was a girl? I just assumed it was a boy cat, seeing as how it had a spindly mustache. Although, now that I reflected on it, facial hair was not exclusive to male animals or male humans for that matter. Is that the cat who looks like Salvador Dali?
I don't know who that is. My cat just looks like Dolly herself, not another cat named Salvador.
She didn't know elevators. I doubted she'd know her 20th century Spanish Catalan surrealist painters all that well either. I said,
yep, he's a liberal arts
I
major.
saw a cat earlier. He had a funny mustache and crazy eyes. Naturally, my description of her beloved feline was offensive to her. Clearly, this was a woman projecting a rather strong personality onto this cat. She took a deep breath and said quickly,
My cat has a beautiful mustache and perfect eyes. I can't imagine we're talking about the same cat.
I told her I wouldn't mind helping her find her cat. I told her we should move quickly and get out of this dank basement. I waited for a moment as she processed what I said. She was a very difficult girl to read, especially without being able to see her face.
I think that's most people. If you can't see someone's face, it's usually hard to understand what they're thinking.
Yeah, but why can't he see her face?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, right here, it's because he's not looking at her.
I could tell something was
So this is
wrong.
clearly some kind of metaphorical
She really projected
frame.
her opinions
framing
feelings into the
universe.
room, even without saying them. What's wrong? I don't have to help. I just thought you could use an extra pair of cat hunting eyes.
It's not that. It's okay. Forget it.
Hey now, that's lame. You can tell me anything, no judgment here.
No judgment. Great lie. I like a good liar.
Hey, I'm serious. I didn't mean anything by that.
It's not you. That wasn't fair of me. It's just... the world has used me so unkindly, I fear it's made me suspicious of everyone. Okay, for now, I choose to trust you, but I reserve the right to decide you're just as evil as the rest of the world in the future.
Sounds like a fair deal.
That's how that works.
My name's Alex. Nice to meet you.
I think that's what you said the first time as well.
I'm Semi.
It's still true.
Please call me Sammy.
Sammy. Yeah, I'll disrespect your culture by saying your name
I
wrong.
don't know why I'm trusting you. I guess I always had a special spot for gingers.
Hey, careful with that word. That is our word.
Okay.
What do you mean, our word? You're weird, Alex.
Sorry, lame joke. Let's just look for the cat.
What a completely ridiculous and yet somehow unbelievably plot-relevant conversation.
Yep.
It's like, hey, that whole conversation that had, like, no content to it, just fucking the core of the whole narrative.
Yep. That's YIIK.
I was gonna say, that's YIIK for you.
Yeah, I remember how you solved this one again.
Dolly, where have you been? I'm so happy to have you back. Oh, who's a good cat?
They changed the mustache on the cat.
I think the mustache is just slightly different from the 2D art from the 3D art.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I should probably tell you about Dolly.
Did they change it between versions? Because I feel like it has the cat used in the art. The cat used to have a much thicker mustache.
The 3D version has a thicker mustache. The 2D version.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Use Dolly to fetch items and hit switches that are too far away for you to reach. Dolly
Yeah,
can jump.
can't
so
reach
don't
it,
worry
chuck a
about her
cat
falling
at it.
down any gaps.
Yep.
This will be useful, so make sure you try it. Okay, so shall we get out of here? Sorry about my house.
He was momentarily possessed by the spirit of the tutorial narrative.
I get so busy that little things like that get away from me. But that's normal, isn't it? You get used to the flaws in your own home. It's always confusing for guests. Like my mother used to have everyone take their shoes off in the kitchen. Who does that?
Me, because I don't want to sweep.
Oh no, I've become my mother. Oh, one last thing I should warn you about. I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. Well, you'll see.
We will see.
If I must. Oh, yeah.
Wait for me.
Scratch.
Wait for me.
heal up with some items. Pork roll sandwich and hamburger both do the same thing, so...
Hey kids, I'm a computer. Stop all the downloading.
Read for me.
Read for me.
Read for me.
Read for me. Read for me.
Smack it with a cat.
Okay.
Read for me.
Read for me.
Oh. That's kind of neat. Her model is still at the briefcase.
Fresh blood.
Okay.
All right.
Mecha, Soul Survivor, IP addresses.
It's the old title screen.
Yep.
And it's us. Like, if you didn't know that that was supposed to be us, canonically, like, this, none of this would make the slightest bit of sense. I guess, like, oh, they'll play it again. Like, I would never play this shit again.
And yet...
Well, they remade it. I wouldn't play it, like I wouldn't have played the original one over again. No, there's Crow. Oh, found it. I want to know the New Jersey specialty. The only thing New Jersey has going for it, I guess, according to this game. Oh, the nice battle music is gone.
Cat scratch. Cat scratch.
Blood on blood.
Cat scratch.
Wait for me. Wait for me.
Wait for me.
At least it's faster.
Yeah. Not a whole lot to comment on.
Yeah.
Chunks of the game are very samey.
Yeah, I mean, it's it is definitely better 3D environment, but also to what end?
Yeah. It's the same. At its heart, it's the same crappy game. So it's going to be a lot of slogging through a lot of crap. Prettier crap.
Get to the blackened pond? Yes.
Look, it's... I've got a roommate. His name is Wilhelm. You see, we never really got along because I'm non-confrontational, and he's obsessed with conflict and misery. It's not that we didn't have good times together, it's just... he's so macabre.
And he isn't hot like Wilfred.
Anyway, we've been growing apart for years, and I think it's time I have him evicted.
The ideal woman is a landlordess.
Do you think you could help me with that before we leave?
Landlady.
She's totally into me.
Yeah. Lordess isn't a thing.
Hmm.
So what do you think?
What is the question? Should he be evicted? Yes, of course evicted. Oh shit, it's a reverse
Hey,
ring.
Wilhelm? There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Look, it's...
Jesus Christ, Alex.
Okay, deep breath.
Keep it in your pants for 1 second.
So, there's just no way around it. I'm going to have to kick you out.
A moment's loss.
This is Wilfred? Oh, it's Crow. Don't remember who Wilfred is. So far this game, the attack types are throw a cat at it, throw a record at it, or throw a man at it. Oh, boomerang. That makes sense.
LP, toss!
.62 times damage. Interesting. Okay, so those are thrones over there. Behind them are guillotines.
Yep.
Interesting.
Okay.
Blessed are those who dry their feet of the blackened pond, for they will inherit the question of reality.
Blessed are the bread makers.
Blessed are the YIIK players, for they have suffered most of all. But yeah, physics objects are sort of physicsy.
Well, if that's the exit, why is the welcome mat over here? I think that this place is slightly absurd.
Alright, here we go. I just noticed Sammy in the back there.
I'm not sure that this version of the game even makes sense if you haven't played the previous version of the game.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to see it from like the perspective of someone who's never seen the first game. And I don't.
Well,
I
at least
don't.
we found Ali.
I don't know.
Imagine how much worse it would have been without her.
Right. So, where do you live? I'll walk you back home, or maybe I can borrow my mom's car and drive you if it's outside of Frankton.
What do you mean? This is my home. This is where I live.
What? You live in this shithole?
That's not very nice. I'd never call your house a crap hole because I have manners. Ever heard of them, Alex?
Sorry. It's just not every day I meet a girl who lives in an old factory.
I don't see it that way. I almost feel as if the factory lives with me. As if the factory, just like Dali, is part of me.
Yeah, you shouldn't feel that way about a house.
The factory.
Yeah, that's weird.
Wow, you're
It's
almost
just a
as
place.
dumb as you look. Of course, the factory.
Memories don't live in
part of me.
things.
That's just weird.
Unless that thing is a brain.
But do you actually live here?
Yeah, just me and Dolly.
And the roommate
But
we just killed.
usually Dolly's better about keeping me company, you know. He's always just running
Thanks for
off to
helping me
God
commit
knows
murder,
where.
by the way.
It was self-defense. Also, they do seem
reflected on
quite
the words.
unperturbed by that.
A mysterious girl who lived with her cat in an old steel mill.
Hotel factory.
It's a hotel factory, thank you very much.
It was obvious to me that her words didn't contain.
Factory
the
makes
entire
hotels.
truth.
What's not to get?
Something about her compelled me. Pieces of her story started to fit together in my mind.
Well, they sure as hell aren't in my mind.
Well, at least that's
Yeah,
what I thought at the
that makes
time.
one of us, Alex.
I can admit now that some pieces were pure fabrication on my part.
You mean
My
all of them?
backstory
Because you've
went
known this
something
girl
like
for like
this.
20 minutes?
Sammy was homeless. A runaway woman who was trying to escape hard times. Someone who had found refuge in her cat. Maybe the only thing left from her
Bro, you
previous
fought a
life.
giant robot. This is...
Yeah, what are we
Somehow
talking
this
about?
felt right inside my head. And still, I could tell I was missing something. Her clothes were clean, her breath was fresh, and she was much more energetic than any homeless girl I'd ever known.
How many homeless
Not
girls
that
have
I'd
you known?
known many.
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
And she's just... I mean, let's say she is homeless. That doesn't mean she doesn't have access to like a coin laundry or something.
Yeah.
The secret to what I was missing lay in her temperament.
Is that your hobby?
What, you have to be sad if you're homeless?
Is what my hobby?
Staring
Narrating?
off into space and screwing up your face as if to say, what's going on inside my head is really important, so just let me think.
Hey, I don't make
Well,
that
it is inside his head. Everybody thinks what goes on inside their head is important. Oh no, the 3.5 wall.
She's been retro gamed.
Oh god, she's been pixelized. Is this metaphorical? Is this literal? Who knows?
Please! Please don't touch me! Not again! Let me be! You promised you wouldn't move me again!
That fucking face.
Please don't! Alex! Alex, don't let them take me, please!
So the soul survivors took Sammy. And we know that the soul survivors are the souls of other people from other dimensions.
Yes. Who are in the soul space.
Yeah. Even though when we go to the soul space, we don't look like that, but okay.
And in fact,
And
no
the
one
soul-
else looks like that.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's the giant Alex face. Did we ever find out the last game why they took Sammy?
It was an elaborate ploy to get him interested in investigating so he'd eventually find the Essentia.
Right.
Which really means
And I guess
the plot starts like halfway through the game.
Yeah. But it's also like, so they're like, don't move me again. Like, oh, there's a history there. But I mean, did there need to be a history there? Could she have not just been taken? And like, who the hell are you? And now she's taken. Like, it's another one of those like, what is the plot of this game even? Like, it's not a red herring if you introduce something that doesn't matter and then never bring it up again. A nude self-portrait, social security number, and the contents of the primary checking account. King and queen characters, present as gestures. So I guess that's supposed to be the original Alex and the Essentia, because they're the king and queen.
Yeah.
So now that's kind of interesting, because now there's this element of like they're,
actively participating in the world as opposed to...
Yeah. Exactly.
Just being sort of off in the ether.
Just kind of being the final boss, yeah.
Well, is she listed?
No, tonight's auction isn't her. It's something I don't understand. An abstract desire. I really don't get this one. It's not anything you or I could relate to.
So, is your plan working or not?
Hello,
Oh, I don't know if I'd call it a plan.
Yeah.
Yet. My forum's grown, so something is happening. New crowd isn't great. Edgier than I expected. Their reaction to the one image proves it. Onism has gone septic.
Birds of a feather. The question remains, why that image?
Sounds vaguely David hatery.
What about your outside predicament?
Don't remind me.
I had known her for less than 2 hours when she vanished from my sight. Sammy was gone for good, swept away as if she'd never been there at all.
Was she really ever there at all?
Door into nothing.
Fuck if I know.
Different reality. Opened up and
This
swallowed.
is the third
same
time we've
whole.
played through this bit of the game, and I still don't know.
At that moment, I couldn't think. I couldn't breathe. All I could do was replay the scene of her being pulled into obscurity by nothing. There 1 second and gone the next.
And I think that's past the demo, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool. Huh. Yes, okay. The room reference.
The calm night wind of springtime seemed to contrast the inner workings of my brain. I was moving on autopilot back towards my home. I felt as if I'd seen something that wasn't meant to be seen. As if the curtain had lifted on reality and exposed the man upstairs.
Will Ferrell?
Like I just found out Santa wasn't real.
Santa's
Couldn't
not
yet
real?
put into words what I now understood.
Don't believe that. This
Something
is
had
Santa
changed
denial
inside
of
of me. Pulsating through my veins. was
Hey,
the
I saw the
energetic
Dwayne
charge of
Johnson movie. I
irrevocable
know
loss
he's real.
all for a woman I didn't know. This feeling wasn't pure. It was cut with something I couldn't put my finger on at the time.
Black tar heroin.
I believe now that it was a profound sense that I had discovered something. Only problem was this something wasn't meant to be seen.
Well, a lot of people
that
know
moment,
about it, actually.
I was a child finding a magazine meant only for an adult's eyes. I was both intrigued and repulsed, confused by the images spinning inside my head.
See, it's
Oh,
the Ascension
there's
following us.
I see. Is that who that is?
It's in her Soul Survivor form.
The stream's a little grainy for me. Oh yeah. Twin tail thing going on, I guess.
Camera?
It's just the camera's gonna leave us behind and go do something more interesting.
That would have been fucking amazing.
That would have been great. We completely abandon Alex and go do something totally different for like the next 16 hours. Like, wow, this game really is new. Cheeseburgers in an old chest in the woods.
Those groceries are never gonna get gotten.
No, what does he need groceries for when he can just get food out of the garbage? Quest for Groceries Part 2. Almost complete.
How did I not see it? It was already broken.
Yeah, thanks for the cryptic remarks.
Yeah, see, I don't remember. Look, does that mean anything?
I don't know.
Did we get an answer that contextualizes that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Remember the first game, we meet the golden alpaca in like the sewer and we fight him and then he's just not there anymore, as I recall. Don't know who he was, don't know who he's supposed to be, don't know anything.
Just hammering away on the A button.
I can't hear it, but I can sort of feel it in the universe.
Milkshake.
Well, it did bring one boy to the yard. Alex Eggleston.
Eggleston.
Excuse me. Eggleston. What does that say? Please read this sign. Ed. Huh.
Anyway, let's go home like we're supposed to.
I was right. It is the founder of Enron. That is...
When I arrived home,
that was in
tired,
2001.
confused, out of breath,
Yeah, we went over.
I tossed my
slightly
things on the floor
anachronistic.
and made my way to the
Yeah.
couch. My mother still wasn't home yet. I wasn't surprised.
And if that's
She
actually
often
supposed to
worked
be
late before her
the place that he was born, then Frankton is Tyrone, Missouri.
My mother, a 49-year-old, short, red-headed woman, was an
supposed to be
information
in a
systems
place in,
programmer
like,
analyst
Pennsylvania or
for
something.
Pacific Chime,
Yeah.
the West Coast's leading telecommunications provider. Her job, ironically located on the East Coast, worked her harder in 1 year than most jobs work people in a decade. This job paid well. Without it, my sister and I would have never gotten through college. I left school debt-free thanks to the back-breaking mental labor of my mother.
You have mail.
Oh, I see, it's that shiny thing. Okay. Get some free items.
Missing person at
There
Axe
was a moment of
Studios.
apathy where I almost didn't click the link. The last thing he sent me that was allegedly scary turned out to be a picture of 2 elephants locked in the throes of passion. I sighed and clicked the link. The file was 2.9 megabytes. In the dark room, the monitor was hurting my eyes. I rubbed them and waited for the file
You
to
could do
load.
that back then because there was nothing important on your computer.
I thought of all the things it could be. More animal porn, human porn, cartoon porn. You could never really guess with this guy. But it was most certainly going to be pornographic.
Stop
Maybe a
talking
girl from
about
my high
porn.
school was now into adult videos and was doing some particularly unladylike things. While the
Okay.
video loaded, I thought of all the girls I had gone to school with who might be involved in such activities. All the girls that came to mind neither had the looks nor the motivation to seek out an adult filmmaker. I gave up. I'd just have to wait for it to finish downloading. When the file had finished downloading, I waited with fading patience.
Precious
for my
insight
computer
into
to
the
open it.
psychological capacity of one Alex YIIK.
Finally, it was loaded.
Quick time. Loaded into... Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dialogue.
Who cares? Don't you want to get all the details of the gripping story? No. I don't really even want the broad strokes of the gripping story.
I'd like a gripping story.
Yeah, exactly. That would be nice. Or, frankly, a story. I mean, we're sort of pushing the boundaries here of what counts as a story. Yes. Brief detour to see a sick friend. Ooh. Oh, now they're contextualizing the Essentia in with the throne room. That makes sense. Oh, come on.
Architecture.
It sure is.
There's Sammy. Bye.
Oh, okay.
The comet that's gonna kill everyone.
It might be that might be like a different Earth. That's much closer to that moment. Okay. What is with this fucking crazy face?
I think the developers just really like it for some reason.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Oh, there's the panda, and there's Dolly. That's cute.
So, is this what a college graduate does? Spend hundreds of thousands of his mother's hard-earned money to lounge around all day?
Jesus Christ, what school did he go to?
It's already 2 p.m. Don't you think you should be getting out of bed?
Just, can you keep it down, please? I had a rough night. Can't get that video out of my head.
Alex, can I ask you a serious question?
Do you have
Sure,
to?
Michael, my friend from another
It's too
dimension
early
who's a
for
panda.
serious questions.
Well, no, it's actually just him, Alex, from the
Yeah.
subconscious.
That doesn't work with me. I'm not
It's
your
voiced
mommy.
by Michael.
I don't let you get away with letting things slide.
Okay, fine. What is it then?
Why didn't you go back and look for her after she vanished from the elevator? Why did you run straight home?
Because I was freaked the fuck out, bro.
Yeah, what the hell else would you do? Maybe you go to the cops. That's about it.
Besides, it's...
And are they gonna believe anything you say? No.
Yeah, exactly.
Forgetting that
Even if
I
they
was
do, they're probably
there.
gonna
I
ignore
saw
it.
it too, and I get
Yeah.
it. You're scared, right? So you ran home. I understand. But maybe when you've mustered up some courage, you can put on your big boy pants and see if you can find her.
Yeah, maybe.
Now get yourself out of bed. Take a shower. You smell terrible.
I knew he was right. couldn't let myself live with the guilt of not going back to look for her. Why did I run away? Why did I just stand there and let her get pulled into what? What exactly had she been pulled into? Just the thought of going back to the factory made my stomach tighten. But if I didn't go back, I knew I'd never be able to live with myself. I think there was a part of me that didn't believe what my eyes had seen. That I was missing something. Some vital piece of information that slipped my mind. The whole thing.
I just realized that this isn't in the lounge framing thing with the microphone.
Yeah, the lounge thing, it seems inconsistent.
Well, I guess he fell out of that.
So let's review. You met a girl in an old factory.
So
and
this
she
is just
vanishes
essentially
within an hour of you
unchanged.
meeting her.
Yeah.
Now, with a new sense of bravery, you're running off to the last location you saw her to try and track her down.
Exactly.
Sounds good to me. I like this Alex with a sense of purpose. Now, if only you could get out of bed before 2 p.m.
I've had this song stuck in my head. It just won't go away. Did you ever get that? I think they call it an earworm or whatever. But this isn't really the catchy kind of song. This is that sort of thing. It's pretty good, but some of the lyrics are a bit weird.
Song.
How did they go again?
I think you have the wrong number.
Oh, sorry.
The Essentia, yes, good.
Oh, we should have the money for it now.
Oh, yeah. Oh god, this conversation.
Alex? You grew a beard!
Oh, here it is again.
As the young man got closer, my bewilderment grew. His name was Michael. He was a good kid. A bit younger than me. Usually worth a laugh or two. My hand covered my eyes to block the sunlight to see him better. I thought back to the last time I had seen him. For some reason, I couldn't place any memories of him since before high school. But
So you
I
met
knew I
in
must
high
have
school.
seen him since then.
Yeah, it's hinting at foreshadowing that Michael
College
is a
makes you into a
temporarily
man.
displaced version.
Yeah, but what he said
in
was, I don't have any memories of him before high school, and I thought I had seen him since high school. Like, yeah,
What have you
so
been
you
up
met him in high school.
You met him and knew him in high school.
Just took
yes.
the
Yeah.
SATs. That's about
There's
it.
lots of people I know
Sounds
from high
intense.
school who I have
What do you
not
think you
since
did?
seen.
I was on the edge of my seat the whole
Like that
time.
one guy.
But then I realized
Yeah.
how uncomfortable it was to sit at the edge of my seat, so I sat normally.
That guy, you know.
Yeah, that guy.
What?
Just a little joke. Anyway, you look good. Maybe a few pounds heavier. Guessing you didn't major in exercise science.
Har har, very
I
funny.
don't know, he looks alright.
Liberal.
Great. What do you do with that? Have any fun plans for the summer?
Nothing really. Just got back yesterday. I already spent the day chasing a cat and exploring that old
I think we
factory
made this
by the
point
water
before,
tower.
but he came back early April,
Yeah.
and usually spring semesters get out like early, June.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that sounds awesome! Hey, have you ever heard of urban exploration? There's this great website called www.onism1999.com. I think you'd really get a kick out
That's
of it.
also another thing that overlaps with Homestuck, which is that it came out in April.
Yeah, I did notice that. Although I think this is April 4th, and that was April 13th.
Yeah.
Also, that is a thing from the 90s. We did used to say www before every URL.
Yeah, because
it didn't work otherwise.
Yeah, it didn't work otherwise.
These guys break into old buildings and take photos. Usually the places they explore have some sort of urban legend behind them or a ghost story. Most of the stuff is legit and pretty damn creepy.
Did you say Onism 1999? Someone sent me a video from there yesterday. What else do you know about that site?
It's like a conspiracy theory support group.
And I run it.
People from all over the world post about political conspiracies.
Does he run it, or does an alternate dimension version of him run it?
An alternate dimension version of him runs it.
You don't look so good, dude. Everything
Actually,
okay?
Alex's actual Michael runs Onism. Not
This Alex's?
So this Alex's temporally correct Michael runs Onism, but not. But not this.
Yeah.
Temporally disjointed Michael.
So the original Michael left this dimension, and this Michael came from another dimension, which let him assume Michael's place in that, just like Vela.
Yeah.
Got it. I guess.
Well, I mean, it'd be more accurate to say Alex moved to another dimension, leaving behind original Michael, and in this new dimension, was placed temporally displaced Michael alongside Alex, and then they just sort of and then their realities just sort of congealed together.
Is that what happened in the last one? I don't remember. So it's such bullshit.
Do you need me to get out a chart for you?
I mean, yes, I would actually, because again, I play this game. I don't remember any of this shit. Like, you could be lying to me. I have no idea to tell otherwise.
Did you forget about the fart dimension too?
About the what?
The fart dimension.
Are you fucking with me? Because I can't tell with this game. Okay, good. Thank God. Because, like, I was like, he's fucking with me. But it is YIIK. There could have been a fart dimension and I just wouldn't remember. I remember the dimension where maybe Alex was born a young black child. I do remember that.
I don't know if you saw it or not. It was the one with the girl in the elevator, the one who gets lifted off the ground.
That was supposed to be filmed locally. I couldn't bring myself to watch it.
A local hotel factory. You know, the factory that makes hotels.
Poor girl. After that went up, everyone on the forum started acting strange, like a sort of darkness had come over the website. It was the first time something like that had been
Darkness
posted,
washed over the website.
Fake.
There was no bottom.
Something about the look of horror in her face. There's a sick part of people that want it to be real, you know?
But, yeah, they're conspiracy theorists.
Yeah, that's kind of
When I first got to
gig.
town and I saw that,
There was part of me that wanted to tell Michael everything. To get it all out in the open. But I couldn't bring myself to say it. There was something that felt personal, almost intimate about my meeting with Sammy.
Yeah, it's because you're lonely.
Like, in that moment
Just you know her for like 2 hours, just let it go.
It was for my eyes only. Her memory was for my thoughts only.
Creepy.
Narcissistic personality disorder.
But I
Yeah,
needed
it's
to
a,
talk to
that's a
someone
real
about the situation.
fucking creepy
So I
possessive
proceeded
thing to
with
say.
caution.
I went all over that factory yesterday, and I swear the elevator in there was the same one as in the video. I know that sounds weird, but I really think that video was filmed there.
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay, let's check it out then.
What?
That is not
Really?
the
You
gesture I
want to
would have
go?
associated with that sentence.
Yeah, why not? Do you mind if we run to the camera shop in Frankton really quick? I was getting my camera repaired.
Do you
If we
not
go
live in
I want
Frankton?
to take pictures. Photos would be like gold on Onism.
Yeah, sure.
Were you the one who's just saying how weird
Nothing isn't
Onism
going
was?
anywhere anyway.
Yeah, we brought that up last
Besides,
time.
the whole thing is probably a hoax.
I
I checked the paper this morning and there wasn't a mention of a missing
Now let's go
Frankton
find
girl.
that dead lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's just not
Take
let it
pictures
be
of her
too
body
much.
for all the freaks and sickos on the internet.
It's that meme of the guy outside the window with the shirt that says sickos, only it's Michael.
No way! They opened up an arcade in Frankton?
Did you not come back for like Christmas?
Yeah, we went over this. The arcade isn't actually that big of a deal.
Yeah.
At this time period. That actually reminded me, there's actually a YouTube channel that goes over every... So, do you remember the Sega Saturn console?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a YouTube channel that actually has devoted itself to reviewing every single US released Sega Saturn game. All 200
God bless him.
something of them. And he goes into incredible detail about each and every single one of them. Like an hour plus on each one.
God. If only we lived in a society that let people do shit that they were really interested in, because we would get so much cool garbage. Like,
That's awesome!
that, I mean, I'm interested in that as a video game person, you know, someone who likes the details and history of video games. But, like, just, I don't know. Some people would be like, oh, what's the point of doing that? I'm like, it's not for you.
I mean, it's basically up there with scholarship.
Yeah,
They opened
exactly.
about 3 weeks ago. I've been waiting until they fixed my camera so I could get some great photos. Here they have a bunch of import games.
Import games? From where?
Japan?
Japan,
Yeah,
mostly.
where else do you import? What, Canada?
Oh yeah, all the fucking Canadian video games that are so popular at this point in time in history.
Aren't, like, all games made in Japan?
Well, at least the good ones are. Although there are some good RTSs on PC I've been playing lately, and I'm pretty sure those are made in the US.
Oh, actually, Sid Meier's Alpha Centauri should be out in 1999.
Oh yeah, and StarCraft, I think.
And that game is awesome. You should go and play it.
StarCraft out in the bed?
Like even in real life right now.
Oh yeah, go on GOG and get it. It's great.
Yeah, it's great. It's one of the best strategy games ever made.
Yeah?
Truly spectacular.
I never got into
Got a
those
great
kind of
story.
games myself.
It
Always
really
been
needs
more
a
of an RPG.
remake.
Yeah, it's one of those games where like it really deserves a remake.
RPG games are seriously the best! Chrono Trigger, Lufia 2, Secret of
StarCraft,
Mana! Those games are like the holy
1995.
grail of my youth! I seriously don't think I'd be the person I am today if it wasn't for them.
Ever play Two Brothers?
96.
It's a
Yeah, it
sort
was
of ARPG, although its focus really isn't on combat.
Two Brothers? Nope. That's a terrible name for a game, though. It's like a diner or a pizza place. These guys really should work on their naming conventions.
Anyway,
This is what I mean by
set up
cool
the arcade
garbage, right?
right
Like,
after we get your camera, and then head over to the factory.
this is a crap game. It's just a piece of crap
Step in to
in
smell
every
that
regard.
combination
But
of
god
grease and
damn,
BO.
I just can't. I can't get away from
Yeah,
it.
let's do that then. Really? Grease and BO, dude?
Pizza pasta. And that's that.
We never go back again.
We might go back there like once to buy him a better camera.
Yeah.
Has anyone been in our chats by any chance?
I don't know. I've not been paying attention. Let me look. I may need to hide live chat and hide live chat. I'm not seeing any.
As is appropriate.
Yeah, nobody should see this.
Nobody's.
Why am I seeing this? Why am I here? Yeah, I could have just said no, right? you were like, hey, they've got the new YIIK out. Do you want to? Let's go play that. Yes! And I was like, yeah, let's do that. I didn't have to.
I don't think I've ever seen.
I don't know. She's ancient anyway. What do you think she is? 26?
Hey now, that's really not that much older than me, dude.
Whatever. You're ancient.
Let's come back here later. We should get to the factory.
What a wonderful detour.
Like, I guess they were supposed to be like, oh, the arcade's loud, so we're shouting, but they didn't make the arcade loud, so it's just two people shouting at each other in a voice recording booth.
Most likely asynchronously.
Yeah.
Would be fun.
Took me a second to remember that cattail is like a plant.
Fresh blood.
Jesus Christ, StarCraft 2 was first released in 2010.
Okay.
What? According to Wikipedia, you can download the original StarCraft and Brood War and the first part of StarCraft 2 for free from the Blizzard website.
Well, that's sweet.
Yeah, that's fucking. Those are great games. Is the first. I haven't played StarCraft 2, but the first two are great games.
Wait for me.
Okay.
say one weird aspect of the combat system, in terms of game feel, which might not be obvious from watching it, is that you don't kill enemies so much as they just sort of die.
Yeah, that I have kind of noticed that. Like, it's not really clear to me when an enemy is dead until it's dead.
Yeah, they're...
What's that smell?
The plot rotting.
Is that roses?
Roses
You
smells
okay,
like my
dude?
ass.
Is that... Oh, God. That angelic thing... What? Jesus.
You okay, dude?
Okay, so that just didn't happen, I guess. Was that angelic thing supposed to be, like, Sammy or something, or... Because they've shown them together...
Thing is supposed to be symbolically. I believe this is the mandatory loss.
Oh, right.
We saw something we never could have imagined. A being made of stars. The entire galaxy, no, the universe maybe, compressed into the silhouette of one entity. It hadn't noticed us at first. We were as insignificant to him as the trillions of stars at its core.
It's just... His power's gun.
No one's looking, he has a gun. Wait, what?
Oh shit.
Wait, what?
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 All right, things are kind of off the rails now. That's different.
Have I slipped into an alternate dimension? Okay, I guess we'll just leave then?
Soon I was abducted by some aliens from space who kind of look like Jamie Farr. They sucked out my internal organs and they took some Polaroids. Said I was a darn good sport.
What the hell was that?
That's exactly my question, Alex.
What the hell is going on? Well,
That's not the face
what
for
just
that.
happened? What? Can you even believe what just happened? Oh man, dude! We need to get your photos developed! Developed? This thing is digital, baby! So what now?
Yeah, that'd be pretty expensive
Do we
back
just
then.
leave? I'm gonna go with yes!
Oh, it's Rory.
Once again, I had left the old factory, frightened and confused.
And once again, I didn't have Sammy with me.
Great. Oh.
Now into actually interesting stuff.
Remember when we played that, like, alternate version of Frankton that was way, like, better designed and artistically developed?
Yeah.
I miss that.
Is this reminding you of that at all? Or?
In its not thatness.
I don't know, maybe it'll show back up as an Easter egg.
Yeah, I mean, just... I don't know, a lot of this is just very harsh.
The party must be well-dressed and be funny.
Oh, we're still going to the party. Okay.
Still on the way to the party.
Oh, and it's the IV from the title. Party, party, party. Something about a party.
Surely not an Alice Wonderland reference or something.
A very unbirthday.
Nameless child, I'm sorry.
It's a person in the window.
I can't keep them at bay.
Oh yeah, fire doesn't hurt you.
No, they didn't like that. To this direction.
Oh yeah, they did say something about... Oh no, it was the crow who said, "Blessed are they who dry their feet of the blackened pool," or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Hey, look, an actual kind of puzzle. It's one of those puzzles that depends on... Oh. It depends on the camera angle being dumb. And I just realized it's just the teleporter puzzle from Pokemon. What, do they all do that? I guess you gotta get into that box?
Yeah, something like that. Well, let's just go through them systematically.
Alright. Oh.
Well, that was
what?
pointless. Okay. Accidentally went into the crowd. Well, this isn't super punishing.
Yeah, I guess.
There we go.
Okay. That's not true.
What? No, I think I gotta jump off the back of that building. I know, yeah, that's definitely not true.
Because what it is, it's still, like, caring what other people think about you. And people will pick up on that. The only real thing to do is just, whatever. People's opinions don't really matter. People don't feel confident of themselves, and so they attempt to make themselves somebody whose opinion matters, and it's just not how that works. That was water. I thought fire healed. Oh, so the rules of this realm are capricious and arbitrary.
Yeah, so So now I can pass through the white crowd.
Wasn't he saying, like, lovely to have you?
Love the heels, honey.
Oh. Oh, the shoes on the telephone wire. So I know this is different, but I think it's still filler. Like, unless it, I mean, maybe, I don't know, it could, like, end up somewhere where it's like, oh, I see what they were trying to do, what they were trying to represent, but we played this game before.
Yeah, that seems unlikely.
Like, I appreciate a game that isn't too straightforward, that has, you know, some challenge to it, but there's like, an interesting challenge, and then there's just wandering around a bad camera angle, right. Not knowing what to do. Oh. You can go through that crowd, I guess, to go up. Asuka. That's, what's her name's friend?
Yeah.
Chandra.
Camera.
Yeah, isn't that great? Does it also mess with the control directions?
Yes.
I love that. Isn't that the best?
I got you good. You didn't suspect it, but it was I, the handsome crow, all along.
That was so funny.
Yes, this is awesome. I was supposed to make her laugh and it worked. No idea why it's so funny. Maybe it's a reference to something I haven't seen. I suppose it doesn't matter my motivation, as long as the character understands it.
You're hilarious. I'm going to tell all of my friends about it.
If we meet again in a dream, please forgive my creed. As a fledgling child actor, I must take all roles so that I can refine my craft.
Oh hell, it worked for Andrew Reynolds.
Nope.
Oh, so now you're funny. And you've got the shoes. Did you test if you can go through the dark crowd?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Oh shit, Andrew Reynolds is from Nebraska. That's cool.
I'm missing something.
What else is new in this game?
Well, most of the game is actually pretty straightforward.
Well, we also have played it before.
That is true.
Any more convenient multicolored arrows? I could on that one. So you've got nice shoes and you're funny.
I have to tell you the funniest story. It was hilarious. I can't stop laughing.
What is it?
A handsome crow just told me the funniest joke. I was by the swing and the crow popped out and said the
Me too, alpaca. Me too.
Be wary of crows, no matter how handsome. Go forth with a serious attitude. Life is dangerous, especially for the nameless children.
Oh, yeah.
Hell calls now. Go bravely.
We don't say anything, huh? I guess they're too serious. It's the 90s zone.
What's the name of your smartest friend?
Oh, here we go. Aww.
Oh, you did it for me.
Goddamn right, it's okay.
Talent, you say?
Oh, the name of the coolest girl you know. That is not the question it asked before.
Yeah. God damn, I don't know many women.
Yeah, who do we know? Who do we know?
We're such...
I know a couple, but I'd have to name them. And I wouldn't want to do that here. How about Sally? I don't know any Sallys. It'll be a stand-in for all the cool girls I know.
I won't give her a real name, but...
Okay. Elan. It's just your name backwards. Your lip. Yorlick. I hardly knew him. Yeah, that was the 90s.
Yep.
Although by the late 90s, they were starting to transition to, like, cable and DSL.
Hey, not Snoopy.
Legal Little Stink Snoopy. Barksy.
Oh yeah, and also to anyone watching why I don't talk to the NPCs, none of them have anything interesting to say. See?
Parked in front of a fire hydrant and over a corner.
I believe they wrote the NPC dialogue as they're making the maps, so...
While we waited for Michael's camera to transfer the photos, we began to talk.
I was talking to my cousin about this recently. The lifelong implications of seeing something actually, undeniably supernatural. Specifically, your reflection doing something that you were not doing.
That could just be a funny brain
He has
thing.
a 6-year-old daughter. She's really
Yeah, brains are weird that way.
Apparently,
Sometimes
she told
you
my
just
cousin
say
that when
weird
she
shit.
looked into the mirror, she was smiling. But that she knew
You know,
she
the brain
wasn't
is largely a pattern matching entity. And so if you're expecting one pattern and the mirror shows you a different pattern because you do something different, then your brain will go, oh, I wasn't doing that. Well, you were, because the mirror doesn't lie.
Kids say
It's your
weird
brain that
shit.
lied.
I pushed him a little bit on the subject later on after he had a few drinks in him, and he said that it scared him to picture his daughter and another version of his daughter in the mirror, smiling when the other looked so miserable. He told me that his wife said his daughter was just confused, that she probably felt sad but was smiling from having fun playing. So inside she wasn't smiling, but outside she was. Maybe she couldn't understand what it meant to look happy outwardly, like as if her vocabulary wasn't enough to express depression. But I don't know. She is a smart kid, and somehow it felt wrong.
I want to ask the question, what part of this, since we know the story, what part of this dialogue is actually propelling any part of the story?
I ask myself that about all the dialogue that we encounter.
Like, it's not improving, it's not contributing to characterization, it's not pushing the plot forward, it's not engaging in themes. Themes are, you know, deeper meanings. It's not even in and of itself particularly interesting. This is just like my uncle saw a ghost this one time type stories. that you hear at family gatherings, and you just fucking roll your eyes because, yeah, your uncle's a fucking drunkard and sees all sorts of things.
Reflections.
I guess generously, it's like,
that's really creepy.
You know, kind of an entree into this, like, you know, all the creepy supernatural shit that people, you know, get up to or you know, have conspiracy theories about or whatever is actually just the soul survivors and the whole multiverse bullshit. But I don't know. I think they could have done better.
But is it the whole multiverse bullshit? Right? Like, what if all the multiverse bullshit is bullshit and it's all unreliable narration? In which case, none of this matters.
Yeah. Or what if it's the other way around and the multiverse bullshit is actually just supernatural stuff?
Like
how would you
before?
know?
Not really.
How do we know that that bus didn't crash after the opening scene, and all of this is just a dying hallucination?
Like there's something that picks a particular
that's
person,
sort of your
forces them to
ultimate,
see
it was
all the
all a
weirdness
dream,
that others miss out on.
Theory that
Yeah.
tends to be deeply
You say that with a lot of affection.
Except maybe Pokemon.
I don't know.
The TV series. That one actually has a decent amount of textual evidence.
It's just kind of been my thing for a while. Conspiracies, ghosts, missing people, things like
That's
that.
kind of what I liked about Inception. Is it's the only one that did "It's all a dream" seriously.
I can't remember one thing that really pulled me in. My parents always fell asleep watching TV. They used to sneak into their room and watch those missing persons shows while they were sleeping. Once your mom finally
we
got
have true
internet to
crime
Frankton,
podcasts.
I started checking out some of the more paranormal
Yeah.
websites.
They're just as inaccurate and horribly exploitative.
Before long, I realized that the information was
I don't
too
really like
scattered.
them. I don't watch them.
I spent a few weekends learning
Or
HTML,
listen
and
to
before
them.
I knew it, Onism 1999 had over
They tend to
15,000
be
hits each week.
They tend to dabble in some ethically questionable
You
coverage
were involved
of
with
matters.
making Onism 1999?
I think we discussed this the last time this
Didn't
came
know
up.
that? I
But
figured that's why you kept
his
talking
first
about the missing
when he was
Asian
introducing Onism to Alex, he's like, "Have you heard about this thing, Onism?" And now he's like, "I made it."
Yeah.
What
No,
a schmuck.
I just needed to get all that off my chest. Look, Michael, I need to be entirely honest with you.
I'm a homosexual.
But
no.
Yeah, just promise me you won't think I'm insane or anything.
Okay, fair enough. What did you lie about?
I lied about being able to read.
I met the girl who went missing. Her name is Sammy.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm 23 and I don't know how to read.
I'd followed a cat into the abandoned factory, and I found her there.
I miss
She had been
Vine.
looking for a cat. I just assumed the cat hung out there and she'd
I
gone in to
understood
try and
Vine, I
find
don't
him when he
understand
didn't go back home.
Yeah, it's so weird, right? Like, it should be the same thing, but it really, really isn't.
Vastly different content cultures.
But
Yeah,
thing
I don't know what happened.
She said some really strange stuff. Stuff about
And of
living
course,
in the
TikTok might
factory,
be going
pretending
way
not to know
Vine.
what elevators were. Well, okay, maybe not pretending.
The way of what?
I think she really didn't know what they were.
The way of Vine, as in
There were
season
weird
Oh, Vine.
gaps in her knowledge that I had
Yeah,
interpreted
but
as
that
being
got bought out by a competitor
Now I wonder
and
if
shut
there's
down,
actually
and
something
this
really wrong
is
with
it's being banned.
You saw her yesterday, right? So you saw her after she went missing? That's actually a good thing, Alex. This means she wasn't taken by some serial killer or a rapist.
It means she was swallowed up by a being made of stars and planets. How is that better?
Well, it's more abstract, and therefore I can't really have strong feelings about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Fair enough. So what was her last name? Did she tell you that much?
It's like, would you rather be murdered or blorted into the zooposphere? It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I guess blorted.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, that's not murder. Or worse than murder.
Blorting must not be a form of murder because it's not the same choice, so I guess
Yeah.
blorting. And then you get blorted and you're like, God, I should have chose getting murdered.
Yeah, exactly. The devil, better the devil you know, right?
Maybe we can check online for a missing persons report. You could call the police and tell them you know where the video was taken.
I don't know. There still is a part of me that thinks that, like...
What, that you dreamed it? Dude, I don't know. That would be a pretty specific dream. So you think you went into the factory, came home, and then had a really realistic dream where you met a missing girl you hadn't seen before?
Yes.
But, you see, she didn't exactly look like the girl in the video. There was something skeletal about her appearance. Something otherworldly.
Otherworldly?
Yeah. Dude, just forget I said it. Did the pictures upload?
Yeah, let me pull them up. How is this possible? They completely distorted the photos!
Holy shit!
Okay, well, yeah, this is pretty otherworldly.
It was as if someone had cracked an egg over my head, and what trickled out was hot dread, a feeling of pure anxiety.
Well, my cat just peeked all over the place.
Oh. Well, is that a sign from God? Should we call it here for now?
Yeah, after we get to a safe spot.
Alright.
All of my fears were confirmed. What I was experiencing was real. There was no doubt about it. We uploaded the photos to Onism 1999 and waited for an explanation. We had our doubters, but more people wanted to believe than not. And with each reply, Sammy got pushed further away from the forefront of the discussion. I explained that the building was the same one from the elevator girl video, that everyone was more concerned by the creepy figures in the photo.
Well, there you go.
Each time my little mailbox turned red, I slowly realized that everyone on this forum wanted the content to be true. They needed it to be. A few people tried to explain why the photos were distorted, but most people believed it to be ghosts, or the devil, or other stupid things like that.
I need to clean her up a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. So, non-existent audience. How are you liking this quite unnecessary remake of an extremely unnecessary game? This is why other YouTubers do things in segments. I get it. But if we have to do this game in 15 to 45 minute segments, we're going to be doing it forever. And that sucks. This game sucks. I don't even know why we were here. Sort of a strange meta-existence of we are here because the game is here. And the game is here because we are here. I'd say it makes you think, but I don't think so. We are currently uncomfortably crouched to Alex Eggleston's crotch here.
Alright, I'm back.
Hello.
I considered myself something of a philosopher in college. I thought I had answers. But now that I've come face to face with the otherworldly,
because you're fucking in college, and that's how college is.
I know now that every person who tells you about spirituality, dead people, and all that have no idea what they're talking about.
I mean, that's true.
Cool. Tell that to. Yeah, exactly. Tell that to the Pope.
Someone told a lie, and it somehow stuck. I told the truth, and it just gets muddied up by that same ancient myth.
Yeah, you and Jesus, okay?
With the exception of my post, most of the things on that forum seemed like lies. That wasn't until about 2 weeks after my post
when a user posted something about a girl who could rip holes in time and space.
Okay.
I wouldn't have believed it myself, but he had photos. And we had seen the girl before.
So you realize we've seen this chick before, right?
Oh, really? Where? Wait.
Knew you'd get there eventually. It's that old lady from the arcade.
Jeez, enough of that old crap. She's probably our age.
Don't lump me in with you 20-somethings. I have a bright future ahead of me.
Oh, if only you knew. Just wait till you're done with college. You'll be...
boring and fat like the rest of your graduating class? I'm looking forward to it. In the meantime, I will continue to be my interesting, slim, nubile self.
Nubile?
I stand by my statement.
Life happens to us all, Chuck.
Let's take another look at those photos.
Wow. It's just so unbelievable. What is the likelihood that this is a thing?
It's incredibly unlikely. But since we've got nothing better to do, let's say we visit Ye Olde Arcade for some air hockey and interview an interdimensional traveler.
Alright, save.
And next time we will meet Vela.
Yes. Well, any parting words for the stream?
Truly, our greatest sins are those we inflict upon ourselves.
YIIK is just as hideous as the day I met her.
The more things change, the less things change.
Dialectics or something.
Blah blah, whatever, who cares?
Yeah, anyway, let's stop the stream.